You can probably tell by the title that our 1948 barn find Jeep is broke down again. This time it's the fuel system. But before we get into the video, do me a favor, go down, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, completely free, help support the channel. I really appreciate it. All right, so every time I drive this thing, something seems to happen. I'm cruising it down the road, almost get home, run out of fuel. I don't know if you guys can see that fuel filter, but it's got a ton of rust in it. So can't figure out why it won't start. Well, I figure out that we're not getting fuel to the front bowl. I take this line off, start tapping this, just huge chunks of rust coming out of there. And I know why. We screwed up. We never unhooked the factory tank on this thing, and it is full of rust. And the gas must have been going through. These tanks are plumbed together. The gas must have been just going through the line and filling everything up with rust. So I got a new fuel line for the carb. We got some fuel line. We need new radiator hose. This bottom radiator hose is leaking. I never wanted to change it because it's kind of a tight pain in the butt, but we're gonna do the fuel pump too. So might as well get all that out of the way, do the fuel pump, new radiator hose on it, and see if we can drive it again. You guys can see in there, we just got chunks of rust. I don't know if the rust is coming out of this factory tank or if it's coming out of the aftermarket CJ5 tank that's in the back. I don't really know. I thought that maybe we were getting some gas up in here, but it's pretty dry. So it's possible that we borescoped this and we couldn't see all the way to the bottom of this tank, and that's where the rust is coming from. So let's just change it all out, throw a couple more filters on it, and hope it cleans up. So I've been on vacation lately. We haven't really been doing a lot of stuff around here. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I have a regular job. So if you support the channel, you know, I'd love to become a full-time YouTuber. But Caden has been working on the Supra, we're calling it now, the budget Mark III Supra 2JZ swap. He's got a turbo and stuff on it now. I'll show you guys a little sneak peek of that. We're gonna have a video coming soon. We're still waiting on some parts, intercooler, fans, stuff like that. So Caden's got a turbo on here. We still need the intercooler. We're gonna do a forward facing intake on this, which we have, bigger injectors, stuff like that, and then get this thing going. But it's been about a year since we've touched this car. It's still looks like a roached out piece of junk, but we do have a lot of money into this thing now and a lot of good parts. So video coming soon on that. We also have another project that we're working on. Can't show you guys this yet. It's right next to where I'm gonna be working, so I'm gonna try not to slip it in the video, but this is gonna be a good one. Now let's get to work. So this is what I'm talking about. This back tank comes up to this. I don't know if there's a check valve in this or not. It ties in, then we got a fuel line that goes up to the factory tank, and then we have our line coming out that runs up. So I don't know if there's a check valve in there. Do I really need to replace that? The reason I didn't disconnect this all the first time was because I didn't have enough fuel line to run all the way back to the aftermarket tank back here. So I don't know. I don't know if this fuel line is going to be plugged up or not. I have enough to replace it all now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll start up front and get the radiator hose and fuel pump changed, and then we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, she was leaking pretty good. Sorry Greta, we're gonna try to get all that in the pan.
How dare you!
This radiator hose was pretty cooked. You can see wire showing through there. I'm surprised it wasn't leaking worse than it was. I don't really see, I mean, it could have been leaking from anywhere. The bottom neck on the radiator though, Looks like it's been brazed or welded before, probably brazed, I'm guessing. That this is a brass radiator. So hopefully that's not where our leak is coming from, but it is possible. And also we didn't get everything in the pan. Sorry, Greta.
How dare you!
Yeah, look at all that rust and sediment, whatever it is. We were definitely clogging up the fuel system. All right, I got the fuel pump out. It looks like it possibly was leaking fuel because there's a bunch of rust in there, a bunch of gunk. I don't know. It seems pretty locked up too. It's not even wanting to go. I can't even push the rod. So it's a good thing we're changing this. Also, small block Chevys, be careful. You got a push rod up in there that pushes on this arm. So don't let your push rod fall out. The older small block Chevys usually have right up here a little bolt hole. You can pull this shorter bolt out, put a longer bolt in, and it'll hold your push rod in. Just don't forget to take that out when you're done. I'm not going to do that. It seems to be staying up there pretty good, so we're just going to get this swapped out real quick and hook her all back up. All right, got the new fuel pump on, new fuel line ran. This old one was not clogged. I could blow through it, but I did crack it when I was beating on it when I think it was plugged. So it was leaking, so I had to throw the new one on there anyways. Didn't fit quite right, had to do a little bending. That's just the way it is, but I think it's gonna work. Now I'm gonna put this bottom radiator hose on. This is off of like a 1986 Chevy Astro van, same as this top one. So if you guys are doing a small block in a Jeep, 86 or 88 Chevy Astro van radiator hoses. Let's check the oil, see if it smells like gas at all. Possibly a little bit, but we did just change the oil on this thing. Haven't drove it that much. All right, let's see if we can get some fuel. You guys watch for fuel. Come on, baby. Is it pumping fuel? I can't see. Darn. We got some fuel. A little bit maybe. Any leaks? Oh yeah. Was it spraying out everywhere? Looks like something was spraying out everywhere. We got fuel. Leaking fuel everywhere. Why is that loose? Float ball adjustment. Not sure why that's leaking. Because it was loose. like we got a leak in the filter somewhere. What's leaking? Ooh, that flexi thing. That's a little better. Oh yeah, that's messy. Oh boy. That gas in the filter looks pretty clean. It's good news. Well, this isn't good. If you can see, no fuel pump in there, and I'll show you why. This crappy fuel pump that I got.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Off of Rock Auto. I think it's made by Delphi. Not sure why I picked that one. Probably one of the cheapest. Was missing a set screw that holds the rod in, that holds the fuel pump push rod in. So, sitting there running, I noticed this rod coming out. I'm like, oh crap, what? It was missing the set screw. I didn't notice it. I don't have a set screw, but a metric bolt fits in there. It's 12 millimeter off of Toyota. Fit in there, put a little silicone on it, got it back together. Let's hope it works this time. Okay, let's try this again. Pumping fuel. Stay running, baby. I see a leak. This frickin' stupid piece of crap. Leaking out of this crappy set screw now. Great. Probably gonna have to frickin' silicone this piece of junk. Oh, it's already tight. Let's just leak all the fuel out that we just pumped. Yay. Oh my god. What a piss poor design. Yeah. Just dump it all out everywhere. I don't know if I have anything for this besides silicone. Just annoying. Put all the gas on the engine. Perfect. Okay, try again. guys get wet. I'm sorry. Well, it's running. All right, we got the Jeep back to running status. Next thing to do, it's terrible to drive. The seat position is terrible. Let me show you. All right, I moved the Jeep up out of the carport, so maybe my audio sounds a little better, and I got her in the shade. These seats are horrible. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is cut, someone has plated this these rear tubs, these rear fender wells, probably for the roll bar. I don't really know, but I think I'm gonna cut out this, whatever this is, 3 to 4 inches, and see if we can move this seat back. So first thing we're gonna have to do is pull both of these seats out. Might as well remove the factory tank while we're at it, because we know it's junk. And then we'll see about cutting this and figure out a way to move these seats back. I don't have other seats yet. I do have another set of seats. Maybe we'll try them. I don't know. And there must be a nut on the bottom. Perfect. Yep, whoever built this thing did exactly what I would have done. If your bolt is too long, just grab an extra nut.
That's what she said.
Found some more debauchery over here. If you can't fabricate, just use your wood.
Hey, what's that? It looks like a big
Woody!
Well, this side came out easy, but now both seats are still bolted to the main bracket together. So I'm gonna have to try to get this thing out without any help. Caden! Caden! He's at his girlfriend's house. Dang it. All right, let's see what we can do here. Which way are we gonna push this out? Just use all your back. That's it. Whew, that thing was crusty. Any good treasures? Some Teflon. One of my wrenches. Smiley face ring. Oh my God, lots of junk. Any old coins? People always watch out for your old coins. Antenna for the radio. Bolt. Nut that goes to that bolt, maybe. Oh, there's so much dirt. So much dirt. Look at all this. Say that tank's been in there for 70 years or however long. We got the floors cleaned up, pretty rough under here on the driver's side. I think what I'm gonna do is take a wire wheel and grind some of this down, and then we'll put a coat of some of that Rust Reform paint over this, and then some regular spray paint, paint it all black. But for now, let's get to cutting. And voila. Now we just need to move this plate back to here. Something like this. and then fill that in. All right, guys, so I didn't cut all the way over because I don't think we need to. I just cut out where that bracket bolts on. So we can now probably cut this out and move this back to here. And then we just need to fill in our sides here and maybe whatever down here. And we'll be good on this side. Now this side, I'm not sure what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna put the bracket up in here and maybe we can just trim a corner out of it. I don't really know yet. I wanted to not have to move the passenger seat, even though it would make it easier for passengers to ride in here. So I don't know, maybe we'll do the same thing on this side. All right, guys, I think this is definitely gonna be what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a tab over there, a leg over there, get this all situated. Gives me much more room. Still not a ton of leg room. And the seats won't still won't be adjustable, but I mean, man, it's a huge difference. I got up in there, sat up in there. It's exactly what we need to make this thing more comfortable to drive. All right, so I got our first piece in. I got it bolted to the bracket, sitting where I want. I'm gonna get the welder out, tack this in. I got all this spaced up, kind of how I want it sitting. That corner's sitting how I want it sitting, so let's get this tacked up. And then we'll start fiddling with that other side. We'll fill in all our gaps here, cut out some pieces. Should come out pretty good. All right, well, I kind of just put the camera down and went to town, got all my pieces cut. The welds are terrible. I am not a good welder. There's still a lot of welding to do and grinding, and then probably some seam seal and paint to cover it up. But it's in there, it's solid, and it's super hot right now. It's like the time of day, the sun is on me, super hot. I'm going to a show tonight. I'm probably gonna have flash burn tomorrow, but we'll finish up the welding tomorrow, grind it, paint it, all that stuff. So I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, it's the next day. I still got a little bit of grinding to do on this and maybe a little more welding. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna seam seal it. I know, it looks like Ray Charles welded this. But that's okay, it's gonna hold. So the next thing we're gonna move on to is making this seat bracket work. So I got a bolt in it here. We need to put some spacers and a bolt here, and then we need to start building a leg on the other side and some tabs. All right, so I found a piece of round stock, cut it to length. I'm gonna weld this on here, weld the tab on the bottom, and then we're probably gonna weld a tab down here, coming down here, and we'll put a bolt in here. It'll be kind of a pain, but doing it up here is going to be a pain, so I think we'll weld the tab going underneath, drill a hole, be done with that. That's about how it's going to sit. It's pretty level. It's a little crooked, I don't know, it might still need a little adjustment, but that's what we're going to work with. All right, so I got most of my welds ground down. I seam sealed some of this where I could see some holes because, of course, Ray Charles. I started to wire wheel this floor, and the more that I did, the more flaked up. I found a pretty good sized hole here. I seam sealed a couple little holes that I found. Threw some primer on all this, and I think I'm gonna hit it with some truck bed liner, just because it's all kind of rough looking. So maybe it'll blend it in. Oh yeah, it just blends it right in. Oh yeah. I'm gonna need a couple more cans of this stuff. Yeah, it'll work. Oh yeah, just get stuff all over my paint. Uh-oh, I see an issue. We're gonna move this seat in this way a little. All right. What's hitting? Now, is it just my lever? Oh, there we go. We want her as far back as we can go. It's also going to cover up the poopy welds, you know. Get it back as far as we can. Look at that. Look at all that room now. All right, let's give her a little test. Oh, okay. Much better, you know, except for it's a little bit higher, which I kind of like. I can see the road better, but at stoplights and stuff, I was already having an issue seeing without going like this or like this, but this is much better on my feet. Yeah, this is gonna be much, much better. I like it. Sit higher, the steering wheel feels better. This didn't have a tilt steering wheel, which always kind of bothered me. It felt like I was driving a semi-truck way up here or something. So this is gonna be a lot better. Could make the shifter a little higher now. Shifter feels a little low. So maybe we'll get a shifter that's up here. No, I don't know. This thing's already doesn't like going in gear. I think we need to spray the linkage down some more. It's probably just all crusty. All right, well, that's gonna do it for today. Tomorrow we'll come back with some tractor paint. We'll actually get these seats bolted down. I might need to drill some new holes on these brackets. And we'll continue on. We got wiring to do. We need to fix the turnouts on the exhaust and paint this roll bar. We're gonna degrease, clean under the engine compartment, whatever you want to call it, because we just haven't done it yet. It looks grimy under there. We're going to try to scrub those valve covers, scrub that intake, make it look a little bit better under there. I mean, we still got cobwebs and rat poop under there. Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow. Well, it's another day on the Jeep. I ended up dinking around a little more last night. I did get the seats mounted in there, and I remembered I got some half doors for this thing. So yeah, this thing came with brand new half doors in the box. The box says C3A, but you know, they identify as CJ2A. You know, that's what we're gonna say. They sit a little high. I think I might try to angle them down a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. They also come with this stud with an eyelet on it. I think you're supposed to drill this into the roll bar, which kind of sucks. And then you got to put a few snaps on here. My mirror's in the way on this side. We might try to adjust this mirror a little bit. So I'm gonna work on these, and then we'll work on the exhaust. The exhaust is rubbing on the tire. So I got some new turnouts because these ones have holes rubbed in them now. I got some new turnouts. We're gonna have to try to get these out, which I know is gonna be a bear because I clamped these on because I'm stupid.
I'm stupid, you're smart.
Waller it out a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh, she's gonna need a little more wallering. There we go. Now this should hang in there. Something like this. Obviously, we got to put the nuts on it, but let's see if it lines up. Look at that. These handles, I couldn't really figure these handles out. I don't know, something like that. Oop, chipping the paint. Yeah, it'll be something like that. Doesn't fit perfect, but I mean, they're on there. I just don't, I don't like how high that sits up. I guess we can make it like that. Yeah, all right. All right, before I get that door fully mounted, I did get that one on there. Might need to take it off. I'm gonna scuff up this roll bar with a Scotch-Brite pad, and I was gonna get some tractor paint that I could like brush on or roll on, but it's just too much work. You got to use a hardener and whatever else, you know, a catalyst you got to put in there. So I just got some tractor spray paint. I'm gonna scuff this up with a Scotch-Brite pad that I found in my kitchen, and we'll hit this roll bar with some paint, see if it looks any better. This is not a show Jeep. We are just gonna scuff this up a little bit so it'll take the paint better, get some of this rough surface off. I don't care if it looks amazing, as long as it just looks black again. Not used to doing this with my left hand.
You're a funny guy.
Somebody was just stacking the Instagram dimes on this thing. That'll save us if we roll over. All right, now we'll hit her with some brake clean, because that's just as good as any other paint prep. Trust me, I know. Get her cleaned up, ready for some paint. The box that identified as CJ2A parts now identifies as masking tape. See if this paint will stick. It's tractor paint, should stick to anything. We got the roll bar painted, floors painted up. Looks okay, not the best. We got the half doors on, looking pretty good. Let's fix this exhaust now. Couple smacks with the BFH, got her out. Now we're gonna just do some eyeball measuring, get our gap set. Yeah, something like that. Now to try to keep things consistent, we got 3 fingers here, 3 fingers here. That's just the way she likes it. We got 3 fingers, a little tighter than 3 fingers, but hey. All right, next we're gonna clean up some of this wiring, and it really saddens me to do this, but I'm gonna take the 40-watt audio box amp out. It saddens me because my first ever car was a 1973 Buick Electra with a cassette deck and one of these amplifiers. You just push the button, boom, speakers be bumping. Just getting rid of that little amp alone is getting rid of a big headache. I mean, that was most of the wiring mess under here. The rest of it doesn't look terrible. All right, I got all the wiring shored up, tucked away. My brake light switch, I had the wires backwards. So we do have one brake light, the other one is burnt out. The headlights still aren't working because the dimmer switch is bad. So now, let's pressure wash this. There's still just a ton of fire hazard in here, looking pretty bad. I'm gonna go with the double doink technique. Oh yeah. Make it look all nice and new. Hoping this intake and stuff will come clean. Maybe these valve covers too. Probably won't. We'll give her a shot though. Let this stuff soak in, do its thing. Oh yeah. Well, that looks a lot better. These valve covers were obviously painted black, so a lot of the paint came off, not all of it. We're gonna have to pull them off. It needs valve cover gaskets anyways. We're gonna have to pull these off and sand them down. I don't know if we'll paint them again and then maybe sand the fins, you know, but the intake looks a lot cleaner. Didn't come out perfect, but all the rat turds are gone. Just all around better. Got the wipers working. There's no blade on this one. I'm gonna scratch my windshield. But hey, look at that. There's only one thing left to do, and that's take this thing for a danger ride. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. America, America. Pure America, baby. Afterwards, I kind of like them. They kind of make you feel like you're not going to fall out, even though they're not going to do anything. Also, sorry if my audio's bad. My mic died while we were pressure washing, and I didn't have time to charge it. Getting on her a little bit, that windshield starts flapping. The wiper wires will hold it though. Yep. keep it the way it is, drive it, take it out in the woods, test the four-wheel drive capability, comment down below. Well, guys and girls, that's gonna do it. We got the Jeep back on the road again, made some improvements, still some things we need to do, tail lights, dimmer switch so we have headlights and we can drive it at night. Comment down below, what do you guys want to see us do? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and check us out next time on Dirty Curty Customs.